Well, when I started reading this book, I thought I'll be doing a rant review once I finish this one, and a lot many people will definitely hate me for it because I'm hating their favorite author or maybe a favorite book. But no, this book had different plans for me altogether. Hey guys, welcome back to my new video. I hope everyone's doing absolutely fine. For those who know my channel, I'm Divam and you will find book reviews, unboxings, vlogs, and a lot many other fun stuff related to books and fandom. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you can hit the subscribe button. And now let's start this video. So I actually read this book, Anxious People by Fredrik Backman, a couple of months back. Like, I don't believe this was a part of my last month's wrap up, but it was, I think, last to last month if I'm not wrong. So this was the book that I read and I was like hoping to shoot a review for it from that long. So finally read it and we'll be finally reviewing it right now. So this is the book that actually was the first runner-up in Goodreads Choice Award in fiction category, and the first one was Midnight Library. If you haven't checked that review, you'll find the link up there or maybe in the description box below. You can definitely check after watching this one. So let's start with this review, but before that I'll be sharing the plot summary of this book. So this book actually starts with a bank robbery taking place in a very small town, and a bunch of people are taken hostage in an apartment that is up for sale. So this is an apartment that was open for sale, and a bunch of like people were there to see that apartment, and they were like trapped with the bank robber because he ran in that direction. So they were taken hostage, and this is the day before New Year's. So everyone was gearing up for New Year, and this incident actually happened. And these are not the all characters, like this bunch of characters and bank robber. There are a couple of more characters, like main characters. So those are like policemen. Those are two policemen who are dealing with their personal and professional lives. So why I'm saying this professional lives, so that is, there's a reason behind it, because they are both related to each other. They are father and son who don't go along with each other that well. So these are the two people who are like struggling with their relationship, and you will find the reasons in this book after giving it a shot. But they are dealing with their own professional and personal life, as I've said, and they came across this case and they're working together. So this is their deal, if they can work together, if they can go along with each other for this specific case, because majority of the people who are like in police force are on leave or are not in town because of this New Year. So this is the scenario at the very start of this book, and this is the plot. Like, I gave you a mini plot of the same. So I'll be starting with my review now, and let's see what are my thoughts related to it. So I'll be completely honest with you. At the very start, like at the very first quarter or something like that, like first 30-40%. By the way, I read this book on my Kindle, that's why I know it in percentage terms. So I didn't like this book at very start, like first quarter 30-40%, and those were like 70 to 100 pages. I didn't like them too much, and it was like confusing for me. I was getting irritated. Like, I can't even say like a bit irritated, but I was irritated at this level. I was not liking this book, and I was having trouble with the same. Like, retention period for the same was not too much. I was not able to like continue reading this book. Like, a couple of chapters, after reading a couple of chapters, I was just like putting it down. I wasn't like able to continue, so I was jumping to some other book at the same time I was reading something else. So that was happening to me in the first quarter, 30-40%, as I've said. So yeah, that was the thing that actually happened to me, and I thought I'll be rating this book maybe 1 star or 2 star, and I ended up giving it 5 stars towards the end, and I'll be giving you reasons for the same. Like, I'm laughing, but I know I rated this book 5 stars even after like that bad start. So what happened and what I saw in this book, what I read, will be giving you away right now. Well, let's come to the reasoning part why I rated this book 5 stars. So one of those things that I always love of Backman is that plot and writing style. So one of those things is that at the initial phase, we don't like characters in his book. Now I'm saying that after my experience of reading his two books, A Man Called Ove and then Anxious People. So at the very start, we don't like those irritating characters, but towards the end of the book, we actually fall in love with that. And I can like give all my praise to Backman for the same, because he makes like, he aces those things in his books, because I haven't actually seen any other author making these characters so amazing, so lovely, so beautiful towards the end of the book, and I just absolutely love them. I just absolutely adore them. That was the similar case in A Man Called Ove, and that's the reason I like this book. The characters at the very start were like super irritating. I was not getting much of the plot, as I've said. The plot was taking me back in the past and then in the present. In the present, they were taking interviews of those characters, and in the past they were dealing with that hostage situation. So those were the two things that were going hand in hand towards the start of this book, and I was not getting much of the things, and that's the reason I didn't like that plot at the very start. But later it just built on its own, and I just loved it. How plot took turn, like the style, like the level of Backman actually went up from that area, from that part, and that I absolutely loved. And that is one of those reasons why I like this and love this book, and would totally praise, as I've said, would totally praise Backman for the same. Other thing from the book that I liked was the interconnection of each of those characters with each other. So at the very start we were getting the vibes that these characters are random, and we're not getting like enough vibes that they know each other, and I was not like even feeling like they will even talk with each other. But that actually changed, and the interconnection from the very start till the very end made sense in this book, and those were like interconnected with each other. And I actually liked from the part like those two policemen, Jack and Jim, their story, their backstory and all those things, why they were not going well along with each other. So those were the things that I actually liked from the book, and it actually made sense, and I just loved it towards the end of the same. Thirdly, one of those things that I liked from this book was that it had elements of suspense, mystery, love, emotions, and then comes like comedy. So comedy was on the next level towards the end of this book. Towards in between the book, the mid part of this book was dedicated to all those things. So that I actually liked, because you don't normally find those elements, like a mix of those elements, like emotions, at the same time comedy, and then at the same time like all those things going around, like love, anger, happiness, sadness, and all those things. So that was the thing that I actually liked in this novel. So as I've stated, this book had elements of all those things, mystery, suspense, and all those things. So you will be like biting your nails towards the end of this like book, because you don't know what's gonna happen, what is happening, who was the robber, why he was like robbing a bank, how he took hostage like those people, how he took them hostage, and all those details. So you'll find more details about the same after giving it a read, and I just hope you pick it up real soon. In the end, it was a good read. It was a thought-provoking like read, and I actually liked it because it gave a new like sense to life, new purpose to life, because the things were happening with these characters were a part of our own life, because they were touching those points. Like I'll give a few trigger warnings like suicide, and one of the other things was depression. So these two things were discussed in this book. Like I didn't talk about those things at the very start because I just gave a plot summary for the same, but towards the end I'll give you these two trigger warnings at the same time. Will not recommend if you are not like comfortable reading these topics, these like intricate topics. So that's your choice, but I did like it because it gave a new purpose to the life. It gave new, like, it energized me with a new thought process. So those are the things that I liked, and it was kind of on the similar lines with the Midnight Library. Like that book also gave me a new purpose in life. It gave me new thought process and all those things. So that's the reason I liked it in the very end. Yeah, these were the few pointers that I actually liked from this book. Now I don't know if you got all those answers that you were looking for, like from not liking the book at the very start till the liking of and giving off like 5 stars to the same. So I don't have many reasons, but if you will read this book, you will get those emotions, that happiness, that like story parts, plot part, and all those things, and you will eventually fall in love with these characters. So that is one of those my main reasons for like liking this book, to giving this book 5 stars. I'm pretty sure that they will make a movie out of it anytime soon, because this was completely a comedy movie type of a book, and it will make an amazing movie, like comedy movie, and can't be more happy to read it again, and can't be more happy if they ever come across like making a movie for the same. And I just want them to like release this movie around Happy New Year's or maybe New Year's time, because that will make an amazing time for the release. So yeah, that was all for this review. I hope you liked it, and if you did, you can hit the like button. Do pick this book. I just loved it, rated it 5 stars, and I am reading this book after reading A Man Called Ove, as I've said in my review as well. So do follow me over. My social media handles are here. If you like this video, comment down below and let me know your thoughts related to the same. Do share this video with your friends and family so that I can get a little more reach, and we'll be catching up real soon. For now, bye bye, stay healthy, stay home, stay safe, bye.